Hello, Chosen One. You didn't find this message by chance. The number 333 has been following you for a reason, and this is what it's been trying to say. There is a divine pattern unfolding in your life, even in the chaos. Have you noticed how life became harder the moment you chose healing? How attacks intensified the closer you moved toward your peace? You're not imagining it. And no, you're not cursed. You are being seen, not by people, but by energy. Spiritual forces know who you are, even when you don't. The number 333 is not just a coincidence. It's a code, a spiritual signal from your higher self, reminding you, you are awakening. And when a soul begins to remember, everything that hides in the dark begins to tremble. Your presence alone disrupts what is false. Your vibration calls forward what is hidden. This is why the darkness has been trying to break you, because it senses the light rising inside of you. You carry something sacred, something that doesn't come from this world. You've carried it through lifetimes, a divine frequency written into your soul. And now that frequency is rising again, and so is the resistance. But this resistance is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of power. You are being noticed not because you're failing, but because you're remembering. The betrayals, the loneliness, the isolation, they've all been part of a greater spiritual test, a divine preparation for what you came here to do. The number 33 keeps appearing to whisper, you are not alone, you are not forgotten, you are being activated. The path of the chosen one is never easy. From the moment you were born, your light was marked, not for destruction, but for awakening. You were hidden in plain sight for years, made to doubt your worth, to question your place. But deep down, the divine always knew what you carried. And so did the darkness. That's why it came for you early. That's why the attacks felt personal. Because your soul carries keys to healing, to transformation, to destiny. And those keys are unlocking now. Your life hasn't been random. Everything, the wounds, the silence, the inner battles, was shaping you into the warrior you're becoming. Your pain was proof that you are meant to rise. Let this truth sink into your bones. The darkness chased you because it knew. Once you awaken, it can no longer control you. Is the code, the divine signal. It shows up when your soul is trying to break through the illusions. It's a message from your higher self. You are ready. So breathe, chosen one. You are not breaking down. You are breaking open. You are being guided, not punished. And your light is no longer hiding. Let the world feel your rising. Let your soul return to its power, and let the darkness watch as you remember who you really are. Now, let us step deeper into the sacred reason behind your struggle. Chosen one. Have you ever felt like something invisible has been working against you? Every time you try to move forward, something pulls you back. Every time your heart opens, it gets broken again. Doors close without explanation. People walk away without cause. And deep inside, You wonder, why me? This is not random. You are not cursed. You are caught in a spiritual battle, one most people will never understand, because you're not living a normal life. You are living a life of sacred transformation. You are not just here to exist. You are here to remember, to reclaim, to restore a divine energy this world forgot. And so, the tests have been brutal, because your soul is ancient, because your calling is rare, because your destiny cannot be fulfilled while you're still asleep. The pain you've carried was never to punish you. It was designed to awaken you. Every heartbreak, every betrayal, every moment you wanted to give up, it all carried coded lessons. Your soul wasn't being destroyed, it was being activated. You see, the more powerful your light is, the earlier the darkness tries to interfere. Because it knows, once you rise, there is no turning back. That's why you've always felt different. That's why your path has felt lonelier than others. Because you were never meant to follow the crowd. You were born to shift timelines, and the number 333 keeps appearing, not just to comfort you, but to awaken you. It's the divine saying, you are not crazy, you are chosen. Behind the veil of your life, there's been a battle for your mind, your heart, your energy. The enemy never feared your past. It feared your potential. Your struggles have been spiritual warfare, but hidden in every struggle is sacred preparation. Every wound has made your spirit wiser. Every setback trained your soul for the mission ahead. You're not just healing for yourself, you're healing for your bloodline. You're breaking cycles that no one else was strong enough to face. Let this truth enter your spirit. You are not behind in life. You are right on time in your divine assignment. And yes, the road has been heavy. But that's because your light is not small, it's revolutionary. It was never meant to fit in. It was meant to disrupt, to awaken, to transform. The number 333 is appearing now because the battle is shifting, the veil is thinning, and your higher self is stepping forward with more clarity than ever before. So do not fear what has come against you. It came to test you, yes, but also to prove you that even after everything, your soul still chose love, still chose light, still chose truth. And that is what makes you divine. Now let's step into the part of your journey that changed everything. The moment you shattered and something ancient began to remember. There comes a moment, chosen one, when your entire world collapses. Not just outside, but inside. Your beliefs, your identity, your dreams. Everything begins to crumble, and all you're left with is silence, confusion, and pain. This is the shattering. And though it feels like the end, it's the beginning of your soul's awakening. You were never meant to stay the version of yourself that pain created. The trauma, the fear, the programming. It was never the real you. And when your soul reaches a certain frequency, it can no longer hold what was never true. That's when the breaking begins. That's when the illusions fall apart. And you're left face to face with your essence. It hurts. It feels like you're dying. But in truth, you're finally being reborn. You begin to see that everything you thought was protecting you was actually limiting you. You realize the people who left were never aligned with your destiny. You begin to feel something stir in your bones, a deep knowing that you were made for something more. The number 333 starts to show up more often now, not just as a sign, but as a reminder that the breakdown was part of the breakthrough, that your soul chose this path, even when your mind resisted it. This breaking isn't punishment, it's sacred clearing, because your divine essence cannot rise if you're still holding on to what wounded you. And in this shattered state, you begin to remember. You remember that your worth was never tied to approval. You remember that your power was never in pretending to be strong. It was in your vulnerability. You remember that your soul is eternal, and everything in this life is here to awaken it. The old version of you needed to break, so the divine version of you could emerge. That version, the real you, isn't afraid of loss, isn't addicted to validation, isn't chasing what was never meant for you, because the real you remembers the mission. You came here to rise. You came here to heal. You came here to awaken others through your own becoming. Let that sink in. Your deepest breakdown was not your burial. It was your blooming. Every tear watered the roots of your soul. Every sleepless night cracked open another layer of your divine remembrance. And now, even in the pieces, there is power. Even in the breaking, there is birth. She appears as the divine whisper. Keep going. You're becoming who you were born to be. So don't run from the ruins. Stand in them. Because this is where the phoenix rises. Now, let's move forward into the sacred shift, where your healing begins and your inner light starts to re-emerge from the shadows. Chosen one. After the shattering, there is silence. And in that silence, something sacred begins to stir. This is where the real healing begins. Not the surface level kind, but the deep soul level restoration that touches places no one else ever saw. You've spent years carrying pain that wasn't yours, living stories you never chose, hiding your light just to be accepted by those who were never meant to see it. But now, the divine is calling you back to the truth, back to your wholeness, back to you. This healing journey isn't about fixing something broken. It's about remembering what was always whole underneath the pain. Every wound you've carried holds a message. Every scar is a doorway to deeper strength. The betrayal, the loss, the rejection, they were all invitations to come home to yourself. And the number 333 begins to guide you like a beacon. Each time it shows up, it's saying, you are not lost. You are healing. Keep walking. You begin to realize your triggers aren't curses. They're calls to deeper love. Your emotions aren't enemies. They're sacred signals. Your sensitivity is actually your superpower. You were never weak for feeling deeply. You were gifted with a heart that could alchemize pain into wisdom. You were designed to carry divine frequencies into a world that forgot how to feel. And now, piece by piece, you are reclaiming what the world tried to shame: your voice, your intuition, your energy, your light. As you walk this healing path, you'll notice old habits fall away, toxic patterns dissolve, people who no longer align gently fade out. Not because you're better, but because you're becoming truer. And truth cannot stay where falsehood once ruled. Your soul begins to shine again, quietly, powerfully, not for attention, but from alignment. Not to be seen, but to be whole. And in this sacred healing, you realize something profound. You were never too much. You were never too sensitive. You were never broken. You were simply buried under expectations, roles, wounds. But now, you are rising. And 333 continues to appear like a heartbeat from the heavens, a code from your guides saying, "You're healing now, and your light is returning." So breathe. Let your healing be slow and sacred. Let it be messy and miraculous. You are not in a rush. You are in a rebirth. Every step you take toward yourself brings the world closer to its own healing. You are not just healing for you. You're healing for everyone who will come after you. You are the pattern breaker, the light carrier, the soul awakened in a world still asleep. And now that you're remembering your power, it's time to step into the reason you were born. Let us now move into the fire. The moment your divine power becomes unshakable. Chosen one, can you feel it? That quiet strength returning to your chest, that fire building in your belly, that ancient truth rising through your bones. This is not confidence. This is remembrance. You are not who you were before the pain. You are something much greater, forged by the fire, sculpted by the storm. The world told you to dim your light, to fit in, to play small. But the divine never created you to be ordinary. You were created to be limitless. You are not a product of your trauma. You are the alchemist of it. You transmute pain into purpose, wounds into wisdom, loss into legacy. The number 333 is now more than a sign. It's a confirmation that your divine power is not coming. It's here. It's alive inside of you, pulsing with the memory of who you truly are. You are not just healing anymore. You are activating, awakening, rising. And now you walk differently. You speak with authority. You breathe with clarity, not from ego, but from embodiment. You have faced the darkness and did not let it consume you. You walked through the valley of shadows and became the light. This is your divine identity. You are not just chosen, you are anointed. And now you are being called to rise even higher. To use your voice, your story, your scars, not as evidence of suffering, but as proof of spiritual victory. Every part of your journey has led to this moment. And though it broke you, it also built you stronger, wiser, untouchable. You no longer chase what you used to. You no longer beg for belonging. You know who you are. And this knowing, its power, its peace, its purpose, the divine within you has awakened. And now the world will feel your presence, not because you force it, but because your very being radiates truth. You've become the version of yourself that darkness feared you would find. You are aligned with your higher self, guided by the unseen, and anchored in a mission only you can fulfill. And 333, it is the sacred echo of your soul's agreement. The contract you signed long before you were born, that when the time came, you would remember, and you would rise. Chosen one, that time is now. Stand tall, breathe deep, and prepare, because the final part of your journey is here, the moment you step fully into your sacred destiny. Chosen one. Now you stand on the edge, not of a cliff, but of all that you were meant to be. Every step you've taken has led to this sacred moment. Every pain, every tear, every setback, it wasn't to break you, it was to activate you. And now you are ready. Ready to stand in your power. Ready to claim the life that was always meant to be yours. You are not the person you once were. You are no longer the victim of your circumstances, the holder of past hurts. You are the master of your destiny, the co-creator of your universe, the architect of your soul's highest calling. And though the world may try to make you forget, know this: you are not like everyone else. You are the chosen one, born to rise, born to lead, born to shine. You've been walking through the fire for a reason. You've been tested, stretched, and reshaped, all to prepare you for this moment. And now you know what it means to truly trust yourself. No more doubting, no more second-guessing, no more shrinking. Now you stand tall in your divine identity. The number 333 has been your guide all along, reminding you that the divine has never left your side. It has been showing you that this is the time to fully activate your gifts, your purpose, your divine power. You are ready to step into the fullness of your sacred mission. The world needs your light. It needs your wisdom. It needs your unique gifts that only you can bring. No more waiting. No more hiding. The time is now. You've spent enough time in the darkness. It has tried to claim you, tried to dim your light. But it couldn't, because the divine within you is unstoppable. Now, let your light shine as it was always meant to. Let your gifts flow. Let your purpose unfold. You are a force of divine energy, and the world is about to see it. This is your moment. This is your activation. The universe is aligning with you. The angels are cheering you on, and the power of the divine is within you. Take the first step now. Claim your power and walk forward with your head held high, because your destiny is no longer a dream. It is your reality. You were born for this. And now, you are stepping into it fully. You are not just surviving, you are living your divine truth. Chosen one, your destiny is here, and it is waiting for you to claim it.